Welcome back. This week you're going to learn about a couple of sorts called the merge sort and the quick sort. But this lesson isn't about sorting at all. It's about merging two lists to make a new, longer list. So in this lesson, we'll investigate what commands are required in order to merge two short lists to make one long list. Then we'll write a program that completes this task and then turn it into a function that returns a long list from two short lists. So, to recap, in this lesson we're not going to write a sort function, we're going to write a merge function. A merge function takes two already sorted lists and merges them together to make one long sorted list. It's not a sort algorithm, it simply merges lists that are already sorted. So the way to do this is to compare the first element of each list and pop whichever one is smallest into a new list. We can keep doing this, looking at the front element of each list and popping whichever one's smaller until at least one of the lists is completely empty. We may have some items left in the remaining list and we can put all of those in at the end of our new longer list. This is how we do the merge function. So here's a dummy program that you can open if you're my student, or it would be very easy to copy this if you're not my student. And what I've done is I've created one list which is all the vowels and another list that's all the consonants. They're in alphabetical order, and I'm going to merge those two lists to create a new list which has every letter of the alphabet in it. So if you're my student, open this program, and if you're not my student, you can get ready by preparing your own set of two lists. If you're with me in the class, we'll act this out so that it's just quite a fun way of seeing how it works. You can also write an algorithm for the merge function. Remember the steps that I have already described. If you don't remember them, you can rewind and have a look at that slide. And if you're ready to go solo, you can try writing a Python program that merges those two lists that I've just shown you. So however far you want to take this, pause the video and go and have a go at that now. I'll show you the Python program on the next slide. So there it is. While the first list has got any items in it and the second list has got items in it. So both lists have got to have some items in them or the program would crash. So while they've both got items in, if A has got the smaller item, pop from A. And if B has got the smaller item, pop from B. So we're taking the smaller, we're comparing the first item in A and the first item in B, and whichever one is smallest, we're popping out. I'm storing it as a temporary variable called smallest to remind me what it is. And then I'm appending smallest, this smallest value, to the new list. So we're gradually building up a list using the smallest available choice, and so we will build up into a sorted list that goes from smallest to largest. This may be unnecessary, but I just want to remind you that the pop command doesn't just make a copy of a value, it actually removes it from the original list. So the two lists are getting smaller and smaller as we pop these values off them, and eventually one of those lists will completely run out of items and then the while loop will stop. because as soon as one of the two lists is empty, the while loop stops. And at that point, the other list will have some remaining items in it. So we've got to deal with those remaining items. So we don't know which out of list A or list B is the has still got items in it. So this is the final commands that you'll need. If B has still got items in it, then all the extra items are in B, otherwise all the extra items are in A. So I've made a copy of whichever list has got items left in it, and I've called it extra, and then I'm using a for loop to just traverse this extra list and append all the items in the extra list to my merged list. And my final command, I'm just printing out the merged list. So copy this. You can copy it by looking at it on the screen, or of course work from memory. That's a better test of your understanding. And at the end you should print out a list which is the entire alphabet in alphabetical order. So that's a good way to see if you've got the hang of it or not. So complete the merge program following the example that I've just given you. And then when you've got that working, and it'll be easy to see that you have, take it and turn it into a merge function where the two lists are passed as parameters and the new merged list is returned to the main program. So this lesson, short lesson, we've looked at what commands will allow us to merge two lists. And we've written a program to do it, which I've shown you step by step. And then I've challenged you to turn that program into a merge function. Next lesson, I'm going to show you how we can use the merge function as part of a larger program that sorts one big list. So you can be thinking about how you might do that. And so today, my parting activity for you is a thinking activity. And if you want to find out the answer, tune in for the next lesson. Okay, bye for now.